Good morning, Chattanooga. Here's a quick look at the top 5 news stories you need to know today. First of all, an update on what is being done to take control of inmates at Hays State Prison, since 3 prisoners were stabbed to death in 6 weeks. The Georgia Department of Corrections has called in special forces to help restore order. 24 guards with full body armor and riot shields are now on duty around the clock, and units are searching for hidden weapons and cell phones, and the new efforts seem to be paying off. In 1 month, the squads confiscated 137 cell phones, 8 times the amount found in December. The officers also seized nearly 200 knives and weapons from prisoners. But the security changes come at a cost. Guards say some places in the prison are now even more vulnerable. That as more officers move to the main section of the prison, fewer guards are working in the 400 inmate annex, leaving it, quote, dangerously understaffed. Next up, Erlanger's new CEO will be paid a $680,000 salary and receive a $50,000 sign-on bonus. Kevin Spiegel will take the helm of Erlanger on April 1st with a contract that will initially run 3 years. He will make $130,000 more than his predecessor, making Spiegel the most highly paid Erlanger CEO in history. Spiegel's salary will be 18 times the average Chattanoogan's pay. In police news, the 2 officers who were fired after brutally beating an inmate until his legs were broken could get their jobs back when they go before an administrative law judge. Chattanooga Police Chief Bobby Dodd says he'll present a case in hopes of making sure that doesn't happen.
During the disciplinary hearing, both officers were determined to be in violation of our policy, and my opinion at the time was they were also in violation of state law.
Attorneys for the 2 fired police officers defended their clients, saying officers are trained to never assume a suspect has only one weapon, and that in this case, the inmate attacked the officers with a knife and ignored orders to stop resisting. Dodd called the beating one of the worst cases of excessive force he has seen in his 25-year career. It is the eve of massive budget cuts in Washington known as the sequestration, and there is still a lot of confusion about what the cuts mean. The across-the-board cuts were only supposed to take place if President Obama and Congress failed to trim $1 trillion from the deficit in the last 18 months. And now time is up. Education, public health, and labor officials across the tri-state area are preparing for the worst. Hamilton County schools could lose nearly $2 million set aside for the poorest schools, and with many teachers facing layoffs across the region, parents are told to prepare for larger class sizes. And in state politics, a spokesman says Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam will likely sign legislation letting handgun carry permit holders keep firearms in their cars on most parking lots. The Senate passed the bill February 12th, and the House passed it yesterday. Looking at weather, there's a slight chance of snow today, mixing with rain after 5 p.m. The high will be near 42, and more snow showers are possible later tonight with a low around 33. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.